Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hi, welcome to the podcast. Today is episode 1730. I don't know. Hey, we're broadcasting live from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valimont, the last place on earth. We have computers here at Cafe Anyway that don't work. 1738. 17,000.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
What a weekend, huh? Yes. I missed Dia de los Muertos. I am so sorry, Niles, Sylvia, and everybody.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
But that's what happens when you work 2 jobs and work 7 days a week. I can sing a song to you, or I could be meek. But I don't want to be either, because I want to tell you I watched 3 of the first Doctor Who's. They were very good, and I have to say to you that the one they did about Rosa Parks, oh my God.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
So I lived in Alabama for 2 years, and yeah, you sometimes forget the racism
Mike's
that was
Daily Podcast.
Probably is everywhere, but definitely in Alabama in 1956-57, Rosa Parks is about to sit in the seat in the white person's area, and they have this issue in the storyline where there's an alien that's trying to stop her from doing it, because if she doesn't sit in the white person's seat, then the whole civil rights thing gets derailed, and he's like a total bigot white nationalist in space. I could make a joke about the Republican Party and space and the Space Force and all that, but I think I'll leave it for the moment, because I don't want to be a grandstander. Don't want to be a show.
He's a showboat. He's a grandstander.
But hey, there's some people that walked in, and did you get ready for the election? Because that ballot book is sitting on your counter, your kitchen counter, and you got to look at it. Or maybe it's in your car under the seat. But you got to read it. Even though some of the stuff does not make sense at all, puts you to sleep as soon as you start reading it. What I like to do is I don't throw out any of the political mail that I get. Now, it's too late, probably you've thrown out all of it. But what I like to do is look at what they say.
And here's today's podcast picture.
In, voting for or against a certain proposition. And then I look at who's behind the movement for the for or against, who's supporting it, Basil. And then Basil was in the podcast picture, by the way, and I tried to make him look a little gray, because he's definitely gray now. Look who's here. Hello, my Matthews of Shelley, Stuart, Job Supervisor. You should vote. That's right. We're going to vote tomorrow. Everybody's going to vote. Everybody that listens to me. That's right. And look who else is here. Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floor Man. And this is John Deere, the engineer. We put our Christmas lights up already. Wow. Yeah, I noticed a lot of Christmas lights up on my way into work at 4:30 in the morning. And Basil, who we heard bark a little while ago, he woke me up at 3 o'clock, even though I didn't have to get up till 4 o'clock. Thank you, Basil. You're so awesome. But he's, older. And when he's got to go, he's got to go. And we went outside. And it was nice being woken up an hour earlier. And, yeah. Hey, it's Jordan Knight's birthday today. I don't even know who the hell that is. Was that one of the members of the New Kids on the Block or something? And, somebody took the time to post on my timeline. Let's see what they posted. It was someone who I interviewed on the show. I just sent you a podcast must for us for the next time. Okay. Let's see what it says here. Create better... No. Stop it. Stop spamming me, former guest on the show. No. Anytime you send me any of this stuff, it gets deleted. Period. I hate that. Why do people send me stuff about it? Basically, she's sending me a thing about how this is how you get more people to look at your Facebook or what. No, this is a company that you basically give money to. No, I don't want to do it. By the way, I hate Facebook right now. Why I even just clicked on Facebook, I don't know. Let's go to Twitter. Twitter is even more wonderful. And Carol Allen liked another tweet I did. Thank you, Carol Allen. I think she's my only fan. How does that song go? I forget. Oh, very nice. This weekend, I also enjoyed, as well as looking through the ballot book and watching Doctor Who, I also enjoyed an episode of The Ministry of Time on Netflix, El Ministerio del Tiempo. And holy crap, there's these little things that happen. And I'm in love with the characters now. Dang it! Even though I cannot speak Spanish. Well, I can, a little tiny itsy bitsy poco much. But Poco? It's time gonna break away. Just you wait and see. It happens all the time. This crazy love of mine waxes on my head. Ooh, crazy love. I think people, unfortunately, this is what I think. I think there's going to be a red wave tomorrow. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Donald Trump won, and yeah, the Russians helped.
America elected Donald Trump. And yeah, the Russians helped.
Here's why I say this, because the attention span of the American public is like, that was it. From the time I started the sentence to when I just droned off. That is the attention span of the American public. So they've completely forgotten now about Brett Kavanaugh. Completely forgotten about how Louis Gohmert said to him,
how many times did you look so innocent into your wife's eye and lie to her about Lisa?
Mr. Chairman.
No, Louis Gohmert didn't say that. Louis Gohmert should have said that. So Louis Gohmert said that to that FBI person a couple months back that apparently was cheating on his wife and having a mistress in the FBI and texting her and saying things like Trump can't win. And Louis Gohmert had a big problem with him, had a big problem with the FBI. But did he have a big problem with the FBI not looking at all into Brett Kavanaugh? And now the Senate has released some report saying, yeah, Brett Kavanaugh, there's nothing to it. Well, the Senate's in the majority of the Senate is Republicans. And of course they lied. Or did they lie? I don't know. I'm on the left coast. I'm not in DC. I didn't do the research. I wasn't on the panel. But it makes me just a little suspicious. At any rate, Louis Gohmert didn't give a crap about the FBI being mad at the FBI. He's like, yep, they did a good job. Got Brett Kavanaugh confirmed. And this shall follow Brett Kavanaugh forever, as you know. Until we forget. Like, we just forgot about Brett Kavanaugh. What the hell? Why did that just happen? We all just forgot. I know it. I sense it. I know this. I have sensed it in the Force. I was trying to do my Constantine, what's his face? Emperor Constantinople. Anywho, whatever that Star Wars thing was. The point is, Hugh Hewitt is so boring. Conservative talk radio. Oh my God, so boring. Hugh Hewitt, let's just say he's a lawyer, he's a professor. He loves talking about how smart he is, and it just gets, who can listen to that? But that's what's on the air when I come in on one of the conservative talk shows, conservative radio stations that I work for, and that show is on the East Coast. It's on from 6 to 9, but here it's 3 to 6, so nobody's hearing it in the Bay Area except for early folk like me. And then there's another show that is apparently the means of which it is put on the radio is through something called the Gab Radio Network. And that made me, I heard the word Gab, And I thought, oh yeah, it's like gabbing a lot, talking, like gabbing away. I knew a girl in junior high named Gabby Riviello, and she was from Argentina, and she was so nice. Anywho, gabbing, the Gab Radio Network, and I wondered if that was part of the Gab social media. So I did some research in which I fell asleep doing my research, so I can't give you an answer either way. But I find that suspect, and then the guy who's on the Gab Radio Network that does his show is really, really conservative and alt-rightish, and it talks about himself ad infinitum and is an ego that is unparalleled, and that there is this long, very long run-on sentence that I need to wrap up.
You gotta be quicker than that.
Okay. Gotta be a shorter sentence next time. Sorry about that. And that way, the show will be awesome. And it won't be...
It's a nightmare of a show.
But back to... Okay, so... All right, John Krasinski. As we go outside a cafe anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast, somewhere in Podcastro Valley. I saw a little bit of... What was that movie? The Quiet Place, The Quiet Thing, where he and his lovely wife, who will be the new Mary Poppins. What's her? Emily Blunt. So they're traveling. There's these aliens on Earth that anytime you make a sound, they go and they kill you and they eat you. And so he's got this full family, and they're like their first kid. He turns on a toy, a kid eats him. I mean, alien eats the kid. Just gobbles him up. And that's how the rest of the movie is, like that, basically. And...
Robot parade! Danger, Will Robinson, danger!
I would have liked the movie if it didn't have so much aliens as it had robots. Because I like the robots. So Emily Blunt's in it. She steps on a nail. She wants to scream, but she can't because the aliens will come and eat her. And John Krasinski is this guy in it trying to protect his family. So, and I think he dies too. So, the point is, yes, I ruined the movie for you. The point is, John Krasinski is also Jack Ryan, I think, in the new Jack Ryan show. And he's trying to be all buff. He's working out. Good for him. He's eating his whey protein enhancement steroid stuff and making himself super strong and doing the buff thing and being the action hero so he can someday be this guy.
I'll be back.
So he did this cool little fight scene with Stephen Colbert on Stephen Colbert's show. I enjoyed that. But I can't accept John Krasinski as an action hero. He's a funny comedy guy from that TV show. What the hell is it called? It was like one word. It was very easy to remember because it was just one word. And it had Steve Carell. Steve Carell, was he in it?
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
No, that guy wasn't in it. He may have made a guest appearance. I think was this guy in it? Oh, I don't know what happened to that. A sound effect. And this makes for a great...
No!
There.
God!
That's better. Yeah, that guy was on that show, at any rate. Oh, let me see if I can get to this. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may call you all ladies and gentlemen, unless you're gender fluid, then blah, 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 blah. I don't know what you call yourself. And I may have just made something up for you that you like that title. At any rate, who am I to judge exactly? And Christians, who are they to judge? Because Jesus himself said, judge not lest ye be judged. And that's an awesome... That just says it all. Isn't that full of fire? That makes me believe in God right there, hearing that someone actually spouted that out. Like in a book that's ancient, 2,000 years old. Well, the Bible was actually written later on, after Jesus passed away. And then it was canonized much, much later with Emperor Constantine. We're back to Constantine. That might have to be the name of the show today. Constantine. Hey, I didn't even tell you what the podcast picture was. Am I dragging this out? Why do you want to drag this out? I don't know. But the point is that I can't get to the thing I wanted to play you because internet is crap here at Cafe Anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast.
Anyway.
Somewhere in Podcastro Valley. And that's why we're outside here in the beautiful evening with the night air and the people and the lovely What did you think of Halloween this year? I rather liked it. I like the fact that Halloween this year, I had a lot more people, a lot more kids came to the door. That was very nice. And there was, what do you call it? Oh, here we go. Here it is. This is the worst radio break ever. Are you ready? Here we go. I'll tell you why it's the worst radio break ever.
Today's best mix. Lots more ahead. Lady Gaga, Superstar. Also Shawn Mendes, Maroon 5. I'm with 5 Seconds of Summer.
All right. She's a nice lady. Worst break ever. I will tell you why. First off, it was coming out of a brand new song by Louis, what's-his-face? Not Louis Gohmert. Louis, that guy with Justin Bieber. Well, he did... Oh, Louis Fonsi? Is that how you say it? Louis Fonsi? With Justin Bieber? So she didn't even announce the song. She just walked right out of it. Oh, that's bad. And then that sounded a little fake, didn't it? That's what I thought. I didn't like that break at all. Just want to say, I think that radio people... And stop and listen. Next time you're listening to music radio, how many DJs sound exactly like that? They are taught to be exactly like that. To just be this fluff. Just think about that. Do you like that? Is that what you like in a DJ? Personally, I never liked that. I like the ones that put a bit of themselves there. That made themselves real. That made themselves interesting. I heard that and I was, no. You've got to be kidding me.
You've got to be kidding me.
There's got to be more than that to radio. All right, well, I'm going to tell you what the podcast picture is in just a moment, but thank you for listening to the show. Next show, it's going to be the wonderful Benita, the disgruntled fiddle player, and the brewmaster. That sounds good. Thanks for listening. Oh, yeah, sorry, no Super Secret Sunday show. Yesterday I had to do the election thing. Please take some time today and go and look through your election thing, your election ballot book dealio. And good luck. I think you'll do fine. Just vote. That's what makes you an American, because you can vote and you're in a democracy and all that sort. But am I really in a democracy, Mike? Yes, you are. You're in a democracy. Enjoy.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.
All right, in this podcast picture, we're going to do a couple podcast pictures of Basil this week for sure. And this one is from, I think it was Thursday. I got to go to that famous cemetery in Oakland. I was talking about it on the podcast last week. The Mountain View one, I think is what it is. And this is Basil. He was looking out over the tombstones, and this one tombstone with this awesome angel on it was looking off to the side. See it at mikesdailypodcast.com.